Today we're going to talk about dividing fractions. Let's say we have something like 2/3 divided by 4/5, just two regular fractions. Well, remember we learned about keep, change, flip. Okay? So keep, change, flip. I also called it copy dot flop as well. So where we keep the first one or copy it down to get 2/3, we change the sign to be multiplication, that's where the dot comes in, and we flip or flop the second fraction to be 5/4. Remember, when we flip it, that's called the reciprocal. Okay, now we've got a multiplication problem and we know how to do that. We just multiply straight across. So 2 times 5, which gives me 10, 3 times 4, which equals 12. But we have to make sure it's reduced, because 10 and 12 are both divisible by 2, so when we divide both of them by 2, we end up with 5/6. So that would be our answer. Let's try a different one. So let's take 3/5 divided by 4. So I have a whole number. If I have a whole number, I have to do something with it first because I don't have a denominator right now. So I have to add the 1 in the denominator. So that it makes it improper. Now I can follow the keep, change, flip. So I keep the first one, change that to multiplication, and then flip the second one. So 4/1 becomes 1/4. We're now ready to multiply. 3 times 1, which is 3, 5 times 4, which equals 20. There's nothing that will go evenly into both 3 and 20, so my answer is reduced. That is going to be my answer of 3/20. So let's take a look at what happens if we have mixed numbers. So let's take 2 and 2/5 divided by 1 and 1/3. The first step that we need to do before we do anything else is to change both of them to improper fractions. So if I only had one that was a mixed number, I would change it to improper and leave the other one. So whichever ones we have that are mixed, we have to change them to improper. So 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 gives me 12/5. And 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1 gives me 4/3. And it's still division here. All I've done is change them to improper. Now we're ready for the keep, change, flip. Okay, so I'm going to keep the first one of 12/5. I'm going to multiply, so I'm going to change that to multiplication. And now I'm going to flip this one and make it 3/4. So now I'm ready to multiply. 3 times 12 gives me 36, and 5 times 4 is 20. But I've got to reduce. I can reduce a couple of different ways. I can see that, oh, okay, these are both divisible by 4. So if I divide both of these by 4, I end up with 9/5. But 9/5 is still improper, so I need to change it to a mixed number. How many times will 5 go into 9? Well, it goes in once, and there's 4 left over. So my 4 goes in the numerator, and my 5 stays the same. So that would end up as being 1 4/5. But remember, before we apply the keep, change, flip, we have to make sure that we change them to improper. So many times people want to combine this step, but make sure you take the time to rewrite it and then keep, change, flip. I hope that helps. That's all for now.